it too. Like pick what you want, dilute the list or whatever it's called, and like you know
So
what I mean,
skip tracing
homeowner.
lists.
Yeah,
Okay. Hey guys, so
does it right there and it's
Talia's,
done.
Talia's talking about skip tracing lists and properties that Talia is basically skipping right now. Um, what's the software called?
Um, virtualflipleads.com.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I seen Tyson. Tyson had it on his that one wholesaler. I seen it on his and it popped up, so I was just bored and decided to get it and try it out.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, try it out. Let me know how it's different. And if you can speak to anybody in there, that can tell you how they're different, you know what I mean? If they can get the data a lot quicker, because that's at the end of the day, it's whoever gets the data quickest, right? If you're the first person to like speak to them compared to all these other guys, that'll be a lot better. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's
Yeah.
like it's all about the speed to lead. So yeah, that's gonna be the biggest game changer. What are you pulling on those? What kind of lists are you pulling? Are the ones that I gave you the tax lien ones?
Yeah, I pulled them ones. Well, the ones you sent me, and then today I also did a tired landlord.
Nice. I
Like,
would do tired landlords that also own other properties, like
okay,
portfolio ones, because if they're really tired and they want to sell one, a few months later down, they're gonna sell another and another and another until they're like liquidated their entire portfolio, and you're gonna make a killing that way. And then if you build a really good relationship with them, they're also gonna recommend you to their friends as well. You know what I mean?
I am.
So so yeah, that's gonna be the biggest thing. Also, what kind of any new updates from last week that we spoke about your acquisitions, your dad and everything?
No, not really. Nothing. I
Okay.
just been calling. I'm just slowly learning like SMS, but like you said, you can get like fined or sued. And
Yeah.
I be watching these other wholesalers that do SMS, and I'm just learning a little bit. Something that I could just get done within like an hour or two, and then let it work for me. To try to get more done at one time.
Right. What are you
So
using for SMS right now? Or what are you planning on
I'm
using?
just learning. I don't know. There's this other one that's called. I forgot the name of it. I had it written down somewhere, and I completely forgot.
We
Once
use
again, it was
launch
tight.
control.
Yeah, it was one of them. I think so. It was one of them.
Yeah, launch control is pretty good. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure their software is not that expensive and you can blast like crazy on there. So that
Well,
should be able to help out like quite a ton.
I seen this one dude said he's like, you were on the podcast actually. He has a mustache, a white dude, just like a couch. Yeah, I
Mhm.
seen you on there. You on a podcast like 6 months ago. It said he posted it.
Oh, Nick.
Yeah, Nick. Yeah, I seen
Okay.
him. He said something about he text blasts like 50,000 people a month. I'm like, there's no way I can't get away. Like, hopefully, I'll be able to do some without.
So on launch control, you could actually skip trace litigators. It's like once in a million chance that you get, you know, that unlucky that you're gonna get, a litigator on the hook and then they try to mess with you and stuff. You know what I
Okay.
mean? So I think it's worth it. And I'm actually looking to niche down as well. So like, let's say if you're gonna do something like that, I'll be more than willing to cut costs with you and go that way.
Yeah, I think
I'll
I
help
do
out
want to get
anywhere I
into
can.
something. Yeah, I do. I think I do want to get into something. If you I don't know, want to talk about it or whatever, because I just want to get more done. You know what I mean? Trying to just get this done.
Definitely. So in a lot of these hot areas, everyone's doing PPC, PPL, and you're ending up having to spend so much money just because everyone's monopolizing it now.
Yeah.
Right? Because there's so many people in it that you got to have a real big budget to get past them. And right now, in the grand scheme of things, it's not really that big of a budget. You know what I mean? You can still get away with doing, like 3 grand, 2 grand, and get some success out of it. Even if you get just one deal a month, like you end up spending 2, 3 grand and you get 20 back. It's not bad. You know what I mean? But you
Yeah.
might get like 1 or 2 months where you just don't get anything. And that's where these bigger companies are spending 10, 15, 20 grand a month. And then those are the guys that are getting consistency because they're getting so much volume. You know what I mean? So that's going
Yeah.
to be a big factor. But when you're going, super niche data and then you're going text, you're reaching out to them. You're not really just like throwing ads up there and then waiting for these people to come out to you. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And so
Yeah.
like even if you are just doing um like ads, for example, you still want to go ahead and do other niches as well, just because now you're diversifying your marketing.
Yeah.
Like if you don't get them from one angle, you got them from another one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You might be marketing to these people from like the same people, but like 10, 15 different strategies before you get one.
Okay.
So
That's why, because we're starting. I'm starting the stuff with Malachi, so I
yeah,
figured I kind of want to, when things start going with that, figure out something that I can also get going. Because like I
and then
said,
you
it's
could. So what you
no.
can do is you could also work the same exact. You can work the same exact thing backwards with Malachi on your campaign.
Yep.
You get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
You can also do 20% for him as he's like a closer for yours, right? And you guys could team up like
Yep.
that. You see, eventually
Yep.
though, you still want to go ahead and constantly keep trying to hire somebody, but right now you're not in that stage right now, so don't even think about it. Just only think about just going ham, just by yourself, solo.
Yeah.
Your main goal should be right now just make 50K.
Yeah.
I know most people are gonna be like, oh, make the first 10, 20. No, no, just make 50K, and before that, just don't even change anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just keep it super simple and basic, because you're only looking to really scale once you hit a plateau. But if you don't hit a plateau yet, don't think anything over
Yeah.
that just yet. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
that's the main thing. Also, it also depends on your budget, which is minimal right now. So just work on that. So that's that. And then your other leads that you already been working on, how is that? Are you still nurturing those, or it's kind of just wearing out?
Called the one girl that you called, sent them people. I called them, no answer again. But I kept up with Mike today, no answer. But I
Hmm.
called 3 times today. And then like you said, I'm giving Anisha a break. I remember you saying something like let her take a break. And then Jeremy, I figure I'll call him sometime here in a couple of days because I've been on him, but
Yeah.
he's not answering. So I think in like probably what's today, Tuesday, Thursday or Friday, I'll give him a call.
Okay.
But I'm still like calling like other people trying to get new leads, but it
Hmm.
seems like it just like slowed down. I even called, I've been pulling the other probates off PA and nothing new really.
Okay. I gotcha. Yeah. So I noticed Sri's on here as well. How's it going?
Yeah, hi Sham. Hey, hi. Yeah, it's going good. Uh, actually, seller took some time to vacate the property, so
Hmm.
I don't close the property until seller vacates it.
I
So,
see.
yeah, I see he vacated a week ago,
Hmm.
and there was a lot of debris in it. As seller is not ready to drop the price, I won't let him clean everything super neat and deliver. If not, I'm going to hold back $5,000. So he agreed and he's cleaning all the stuff. So with that being that, like once it is all ready, then we thought of closing. Yeah, today only I got the HUD just a couple
I
of
see.
hours ago. I'm looking at it HUD and we're thinking to close something tomorrow or day after tomorrow.
Nice. Nice. That's awesome. And that's the hotel deal you were talking about, right?
Yeah, the hotel deal. Yes, yes.
Okay. Nice. That's awesome. Congratulations. You're so close.
Yeah.
Amazing. Are
Yeah,
you
almost
excited?
done. Like, yeah, excited, nervous. Yeah.
I feel like that almost on every deal.
Yeah,
But
if it is a wholesale deal, like there is a buyer, there is a seller. Just I'm
yeah,
playing the middle role, just mapping both. But this is all different. Like a lot of
yep.
cash is involved. Yeah,
All
yeah,
the risk is on you. All of
yeah.
it.
All the risk is on you. Yeah, right.
You're playing investor role instead of a wholesaler right now, so it's completely different.
Yeah, it's completely different. Yeah.
I'm
So we
facing
are.
the same thing right now. So I found two properties with my partner. They're both in Salem,
Uh-huh.
and one of them, so they're like one's at 40,000 purchase, another one is at 30,000 purchase.
Mm-hmm.
We wholesale the one with the 40,000 purchase because it's a little higher, and we're
Mm-hmm.
gonna end up getting 10,000 out of it. So we're fine. It is what it is. We'll
Okay.
wholesale for 50, and the other one, I'm just gonna end up buying it. It needs about 45, 50,000 worth of work, and I'm calling a bunch of different guys down in South Jersey because my guy went completely ghost. That's the thing. I thought like, okay, he did a great job on one of the projects, and he's like, I need more work, and I thought he'd be ready to go. And now when I need him, he's not answering his phone, and he's going ghost. Like all over again, starting to find more guys, and then getting a bunch of quotes right now to see who can get it done and keep me still under 45,000. Because
Mm-hmm.
at 45,000, so look, I'm gonna buy for 30,
Mm-hmm.
and then end up putting 45 into it, and then taking in consideration for closing and holding costs for another 10 to 15K, and and then we're gonna try to resell it for 125, 130
Wonder.
maybe.
Okay. So you
Yeah,
have 20-30K spread. Mm-hmm.
exactly. That's what I'm basically thinking of, and we already started buying this year, so I don't really have tax liabilities as of right now. So I'm looking to do a few more flips, anything I can get. You know what I mean? Only thing I'm stressing about is
Mm-hmm.
how long it's going to take to sell it because Salem, super slow market. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I might have to drop the price a little bit, but to make it sell faster. But my game plan is to just basically sell it to like a FHA buyer.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know, because
What is
it's
the
like
rental value like? Uh, is it single family?
single. It's a 1.5 bath, 2 bedrooms right now. I was thinking maybe we can squeeze another bedroom in with the attic,
Okay.
but I don't know. I don't know if the budget's gonna allow me to do it or not. But if
Okay.
even if let's just stay conservative and just do the calculations as a two bedroom, we're
Mm-hmm.
looking at anywhere between 13 to 1,400 in rent.
Oh,
So I
okay.
mean,
1% rule you have. Mm-hmm.
so I can still cash out refi. Well, not
Mm-hmm.
cash. If I wait 3 months, yeah, I can do cash out refi and get all my money back out or most of it
Yeah. You can
and
do
keep
both.
it.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think I want to do that in Salem anymore. It was good to get my
Mm-hmm.
feet wet and get started,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
but not much appreciation there. I keep
Yeah.
dealing with the low quality tenants. Great cash flow, don't get me wrong, right?
Yeah.
You
Great cash flow. Yeah.
cash flow $500 there easily, but is it really worth it in the long term? I don't think so, unless the city's gonna improve, but
Yeah.
the city hasn't been improving much. You know what I mean?
Yeah. If we compare Trenton, like, let's go to 20 years back. Like, it is not that much. Price is not jumped that much when you compare
Yeah.
to Texas, Florida, or other parts of New Jersey.
Yes.
They improved a lot. Like if you take Edison, Islin, or something that place, but it is
Yeah.
not cash flowing. Like we cannot invest there. But yeah.
Exactly. So my main thing is just constantly keep wholesaling nationwide to get the
Mm-hmm.
quick cash, coming in. Do these small flips here and there. If I find an expensive one, like this one, I'm funding everything with my own cash, no hard money, no nothing. If
Mm-hmm.
I find a better deal, because no one's even gonna touch it. I go to a hard money lender and be like, oh, can you finance this project? $40,000 purchase. I mean 30,000 purchase, 45 rehab, under 100K. Who's gonna want to touch it? They're not making much money. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm only taking it to keep myself going. I made a promise to the seller that we're gonna take it. So if I can wholesale it for 5, 10K, great. I'll just do it. Get rid of it right now.
Yeah.
But if I can't, then I'll take it on just to keep my word to the seller and keep him happy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because both of these deals, the owner wanted like 17,000 for them at the beginning, and I found out they owe a lot of money in taxes, and so he agreed to cancel the contract and sell them to me for $1 each, and I just pay off the taxes.
Mm-hmm.
So the one that I'm buying is that one owes 30,000 in taxes, like 29,000 something in change. So that's
So,
the thing. Like if I can prove this, because I have a lot of other leads, I was telling Talia to basically call um, some other lien holders, just the same exact situation. Because I have so many people that I called like 2 years ago when I was first getting into Salem. So many people in the same exact situation. Now I've done it, and I can basically get him to give me a testimonial, and then we can show it to these guys that are also in liens,
Yeah.
a lot of liens, and then I can tell them, hey, just hand it over your problem and your situation to me. I won't take it. I'll buy it myself.
Yeah.
So the minute that I'm getting them under contract, just throwing them into title to get everything back, and then deciding what to do after that. And yeah, it's a risk. And sometimes, the title company's gonna charge me $600-700,
Hmm.
and it might not even be a deal, but it's the name of the game.
Yeah.
And it's to show that look, I am serious. It's not that I'm just sitting here putting them under contract to waste your time. No, I'm serious. We're gonna throw in the title right away. So for them, both of them, I'm using Deckle. I had a bad experience with Salem. I don't like to just like publicly say that because it's like illegal. But Salem title, they gave me such a headache on the last one. They were supposed to close on my deal that I had on a refi on the 4th of this month. They ended up closing it on Friday, last Friday.
Hmm.
So it's like they suck. Like when I mean they suck, they next level. There's something else. I refinanced two other properties that had payoffs because I borrowed money from private investors,
Hmm.
and they never reported payoff. So it's like I paid off over $90,000 to these guys, and they never ever reported a payoff. But when I go over here to you know, to refi, it's showing that I still owe them that much money. How ridiculous
Oh,
is that? And that's like 5 6 months ago. I paid them back.
so whose
So now
fault is that? Like a title fault or?
title, of
Oh,
course,
okay.
they're
Who
the
who
one
is
who
the title
paid them.
company? Who is the title company?
Salem, Salem Hope.
Salem Hook is a company name.
Yeah,
I'm going right now. I'm going with the guy like you recommended, right?
yeah,
Investors First. Investors First.
yeah.
Yeah, right now I'm working with them for this high
How
storm.
how are they turning out? Because I used them for my property in Glassboro. They were pretty good.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so far so good. They are good so far. Yeah.
Okay, I gotcha.
Think they have the owner Ken. He never be on call like, but there is a
And
VA. I think there is a VA sitting in other country. I think so.
mhm.
So yeah, they try to, yeah, they answer like whenever I call them, whenever I text them. Yeah, they
So
respond.
if you want, for the next time you want, I can
Hmm.
give you other title companies in the area, depending on which area that you're working with. That's what I do.
Hmm.
Depending on which area, if I know a title company or not, then I decide. Like for these deals that I'm getting right now, I'm using Deckle. If it was just a purchase between me alone, then I would use West Jersey. But I know they don't do assignments, so I'm using Deckle. If it's anything Central Jersey, I have a few different other ones. Um, but depending on your area, just let me know, and I can give you a few. Call them
Sure.
around and just feel them out. Ask
Yeah.
them a few questions and see which one best suits your situation currently. That's how I do it.
So as you said, like after you close, you see there is it in title it is not recorded. So with that being like, so what all things need to look at it like once closing is done, like something like issues like what you faced, uh, to overcome the same mistakes or same anything like that.
So
Such. So.
yes. So first things first, get a recorded copy of the HUD and then all your closing docs. Like always get them. Salem
Mhm.
Oak, half the times they never even gave it to me.
Okay.
And two, it was my lack of experience. So I didn't
Mhm.
know. Like for the payoff, I thought they took care of it. They didn't, right? Now I know myself that I need to say, get a payoff for the private money. I'm gonna go ahead and make sure that they get it done, right? And if they don't, like at least I will know to ask. Before I didn't even know to ask. So it's like they're the professionals. They should have told me, like, you know what I mean? Hey, look, you need to get this payoff done, or we need to get it done, and we did. Here's the copy of it.
Okay.
But if they never tell me, and if I'm new, and if I've never ever, you know what I mean, had any payoff signed off myself, how am I gonna know to get it? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
yeah, I totally understand. That's why I
so
was when I was having call with them, like, hey, this is my first deal. Just you guide me, like what I'll need to do. And yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
And then also now, from whenever I do anything, I just search everything up on ChatGPT at least to find out like what the requirements might be.
Mm-hmm,
So
mm-hmm.
then I can go and ask them, right? But
Yep,
for
yep.
private money, always get the mortgage needs to be filed, right, with the
Mm-hmm.
county, and there's gonna be a lien, whether it's first or second position, on your property. And then what you can do is you can just call the tax assessor and say, hey, look, is there any reported tax liens? No. Then you could go ahead and call back the title company and just verify. Look, there's no more liens on this, right? Yes, no, correct.
Yeah.
And
Mm-hmm.
then make sure that you have your title insurance, and that's it. See, if I didn't have my HUD, she even forgot that she paid off $95,000 to my investors. She did it out of my proceeds, and she forgot. And if I didn't have the HUD, like what was my backup going to be? I would have been screwed in a way. And I was like,
Okay,
that's
so before
ridiculous.
closing, like what you recommend? Before closing, just check the HUD.
Check the HUD. And also,
Mm-hmm.
I used to just sign, thinking that, oh, okay, like it all makes sense. No, from now on, I look everything detail by detail line and I break it down because these people are like sometimes stupid. Like, mind my language. I don't mean to disrespect them, but
Mm-hmm.
it's the nicest I can say it because they make the craziest amount of mistakes. They think that you're just some rich investor when you are definitely not. You're just trying to make things work and you're limited on your funds, and on the inside you're panicking. These people don't care and they don't even understand your situation. All they care about is just getting this done and getting it done as soon as they can, and they go just home. That's all they care about. So, and they don't really realize that they're dealing with hundreds of thousands of dollars of transactions. So definitely verify everything on your own. They tried to charge me for a bogus fee, and so I called her out on it. I was like, "What is this fee? And why wasn't I charged the last three transactions we did together?" And
Mm-hmm.
then she's like, "Oh, I'm sorry," and she took it off. What? Like they're just trying to make extra money, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah. They can just say it like, "Oh, there is a system error, or there is a technical difficulty. Oh, I got you. Sorry about that." They can
Right.
just, they can just bypass just saying like, "Sorry about that," right? If
Yeah.
you don't look at it, it is counted in their bank.
Right. They're kind of just dealing everything as like a used car salesman and their fake fees that they make up just
Yeah.
to add on to your bill.
Mm-hmm.
So it's ridiculous. And then also, as I started doing more transactions with them, they started just increasing their prices on me.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
also ask them like, well, why are you increasing your prices? Can you justify this? Because look, I'm not here to be cheap. I'm just here to be like, dude, be transparent with me. You want to make more money now? Just be transparent. Just whatever it is, as long as it still fits in my numbers, I don't care. But when you
Mm-hmm.
buy, when you try to be slick with us, it's just stupid because I'm bringing you so much more business. That's one. Two, I'm treating you guys like partners in my deals because without you guys, it's a little messy, right? And
Mm-hmm.
three, I literally go get them champagne bottles every time like we used to close. And now I just don't do any of that because they're just it's ridiculous. I just treat them as like, transaction specialists in a way. And that's it. Like
Mm-hmm.
no other relationship out of business. And it sucks to do that, but that's what it has to come down to because so many of these people in our industry are so unprofessional. So just keep your eyes open to that.
Yeah.
Even if I recommend you them, it doesn't matter. Just still take a look
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
verify everything.
Yeah, but when you recommended also, I said him like, "Hey, can you give me line by line item? How much is going to cost what?"
Hmm.
Then then they then they gave me the spreadsheet from $10 to whatever the single $10 also they put it in the spreadsheet, and I made them sure whether it's a valid charge or not. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like, this is not about the one deal or two deals, right? Like, if we have a strong trust on some company, once or twice we might look at it how they are doing, but later on, once we have that confidence, we keep on moving, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So also, most of the times, like the bigger companies, they'll hire out transaction coordinators.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, yeah.
Most of the times, I just try to push everything back on the title company, and I ask them, okay, so what am I actually paying you guys for?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
And if you're going to charge me a premium, please help me out with some of this stuff and try to make my life easier. My main focus is to get more deals and it's to bring you guys more work. I
Yeah.
can't do that when I'm sitting here going back and forth with you on email chains and dragging everything out when we're supposed to close next Tuesday. Don't drag it out another month, you know, because they don't care. They don't.
Yeah, just now you said, Sham, like get the payoffs for the closing, right? You said like
Yeah.
the get the payoffs means once the closing is done, we have to get the all the payoffs what they did, or in the HUD they
So
can claim everything.
this was it should say on the HUD that hey,
Oh,
look,
okay.
this
Uh-huh.
much money was sent over to this guy. Or let's say
Uh-huh.
if you had borrowed money from a private investor,
Mm-hmm.
right, that had a lien,
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna say right on line item by line item, like, hey, look, this much money went to this guy to wipe off his debt. This much money went to this guy.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but anytime you open a mortgage,
Mm-hmm.
right, for borrowing capital, that
Mm-hmm.
mortgage also has to be closed out. And
Mm-hmm.
so that's the payoff that I'm talking about that they need to
Okay.
sign off, the
Okay.
payoff of the mortgage. So that mortgage is canceled and wiped out, done.
Okay. Got
And that one has to be notarized on my side that I signed it and on their side.
it. Okay, that should be
Same
notarized.
same
Oh,
thing with the mortgage. When you make the mortgage, that also has to be notarized.
okay, so now in my situation, the seller has a mortgage with Wells Fargo. So we are going to pay off that 165,000 dollars. So when I'm closing, the proceedings goes to Wells Fargo, right? So
Yeah.
once that is closed, I should get a notarized or prior closing.
That's between them. That has nothing to do with you. I'm just talking about when you borrow
Uh-huh.
money from one of your investors,
Oh, okay. Mhm.
right? With that prior mortgage company, that's fine. And then just as long as you make sure you get title insurance, don't ever skimp out on title insurance. Always get it. Because you never know.
Yeah.
They'll make mistakes on their end and then they'll just be like, oh, you didn't get insurance.
Okay. Oh, I mean, like, I had a question here. We can close a property without having title insurance?
Yeah, you can.
Oh, okay. Mhm.
But I don't recommend it ever. It's always
Yeah,
worth it
I
paying.
took it, but in general, like, I thought it is a mandatory when you close it. Okay.
No,
Oh, okay.
no, but always get it. It's
Yeah, yeah. Don't
it's
want
like
to risk.
having car insurance, you know? It's like you
Yeah,
need to have it.
yeah,
You're already spending this much money and it's only a
yeah.
few $100s more depending on title company, whatever they might charge.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah.
So definitely. And
So,
also something I learned, I went to a builders convention recently and I learned that, on newer builds, you need to have like insurance on your project to give
yeah.
to your client. On the fix and flips, you don't have to, but if you do, then you're also more of a credible, like, flipper, as you're building your names.
Okay. So once it is closed, I have to take the insurance, right? The property insurance. So the property insurance, like what type of insurance we usually take, like acquire a builder risk insurance policy to protect.
Exactly. I
Okay.
can send you a guy that I met that I'm gonna start using to try out on this next flip. I'm gonna try it out as well. And
The
this way,
insurance company.
my buyers, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you stand out between everybody now, because now your realtor can say, "Hey, check out this property. It has 1 year warranty on everything." And then you could even like whatever the policy you get for your projects, it'd be different.
Mm-hmm.
Um, some might have like the roof insurance or different insurances and warranties. So this
Okay.
way, the buyer also feels comfortable. Like, hey, look, I'm buying from this guy that just fixed and flipped this property. It also comes with a warranty. So anything breaks, they call their insurance company and they will send out guys, or they'll have you send out guys and they'll give you a paycheck for it.
Okay. So right now I'm planning to do wholesale deal. Like, so do I need to get that insurance? Like, what kind of insurance should I get? Like for wholesale, like,
You don't need it. You don't
okay.
really need it. If you're gonna do some work to it,
Mm-hmm.
like actual cosmetic, and then on the exterior, like for example, for the one that I'm doing right now, it's
Uh-huh.
getting a brand new roof, brand new siding. Windows are good, so we're gonna leave that. But flooring, bathrooms, kitchen, everything. There's gonna be new HVAC system. You name it, everything's going in. So I'm gonna give it out this way. My property is differed from everyone else's on the market.
Okay, that is for fix and flip, but usually like it is not needed like to do just a wholesale.
You don't need it ever
Just in
unless it's
case,
new
like
build.
if something happens, like any fire damage or anything, God forbid, any fire
It's
hazard.
up to you if you want to give them warranty.
What is it? It's up to
It's
me.
Yeah, it's
Mhm.
up to you if you want to provide them with a warranty.
Not about warranty. Like now, I closed on the property. I moved all the utilities to my company name.
Okay.
Now I have to get a property insurance, right?
Right. Yes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm talking
Yeah.
about
Okay, I
property.
understand. So I always get it. Like even on the wholesale deal, even if you're
Uh-huh,
not borrowing anyone else's money,
uh-huh.
you should get it 110%. You never know. Maybe someone could set a fire in your house while they're
Yeah.
working on it or something. You never
Okay.
know. So at least get covered for everything you put in. So if you
Okay.
bought for 200,000, at least get the property insurance for 200,000. If it's
Uh-huh.
not in a flood area, then don't get flood insurance. That's super expensive.
Okay.
Um,
So
and
what type of insurance do you recommend, like for this?
speak to your insurance broker, whichever
Okay.
one that you're choosing,
Uh,
and then reach out to them and let them know, like, hey, look, I want the fire insurance, like the fire coverage, and see what kind of deductibles you want to pay for what kind of price quote that they're giving out to you,
mhm.
and let them know what kind of coverages you want. They're gonna give you a bunch of options, and it's completely up to you.
Okay. Okay. Do you recommend any company for that?
So in Salem, there's not a lot of companies that go out there. So I use Foremost Insurance,
Hmm.
but for any other ones, I use State Farm.
Okay.
It doesn't even really matter as long as they cover it.
Okay.
Just take it, and whoever's the best with the prices, that's what I do.
Okay. Okay. Gotcha.
If you have one that you really like, then take them, just because of like the communication and
Hmm.
going back and forth. Because some brokers they might not just be like the best when it comes to communication and moving things quickly. Like my my broker for foremost, she she like moves quick.
Hmm.
Anytime I call her, whatever, she moves quick. With State Farm, it's super slow. So even sometimes if it's just like $20 difference or $50 difference, I always take her. If she's smaller, she has a
Hmm.
lot less clients, and she's not that big of a branch where she's like, okay, we're gonna transfer you to this person. We're gonna transfer you to this. No, like it's just me talking to her, and that's it.
Okay. Hmm.
You know. But other than that, as long as they cover everything for you and your needs are met in your policy, that's all that really matters. You know.
Okay. So I can go with my or whatever the insurance I have for my
Yeah,
primary residency and just
that's
go
fine.
them and ask for the I'm buying this property for 325. So make sure get coverage for 325, and then if we need anything which relates to like builder risk insurance, then that is totally different, right? Builder risk insurance.
Yeah, it's gonna be a separate policy.
Okay, got you.
Yeah, usually hard money lenders usually require that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, on the hard money loans. And on the refi, they don't need that anymore because it's already done being built or fixed and flipped.
Okay.
Yeah,
How much it might be for property like 320K value monthly insurance?
probably like 160 to two hundred
Oh,
dollars a
okay.
month, that max. I don't think it should be any more.
Okay, nothing wild. Okay. Mm-hmm.
I just try to basically get the basic stuff. As long as it covers the value that I'm putting into the property,
Mm-hmm.
and if even if it burns down, as long as I get my principal back, that's all I care for. I just don't want to be ever taking a loss.
Yeah, got you. Thanks.
Yeah, I know like some people they get like really antsy and they're like, let me add this, add that, but then it just adds so much extra cost,
Yeah,
and it's also your risk tolerance as well. So
yeah.
it's really up to you at the end of the day on which one you want to take.
So as
But
soon as I close, change the utilities and take the insurance and make sure
yes,
all the payoffs are done. Yeah, and call county and everything is all clear.
yep,
So call the county before you close or after obvious after I close, right? Call the county and see
yeah,
that.
you could call them after just to make sure
Okay.
if everything's wiped off as far as taxes goes. They're not going to be able to take off any check any other liens. So just make sure your title policy is good and you have a copy of that too. Like a good title company should provide you all that. Most
Not.
don't, you know. So make sure, like, at least now you know, so you could always ask them too,
Yeah, they send me
just
a
in case.
title bundle which is 311 pages, 311, 320 pages.
That's with hard money that you took this one on.
I'm not take. Yeah, it's my personal cash. Like it's a personal
Oh,
cash
okay.
deal, not hand
So,
money.
oh, how come they give you that many pages?
It all says about all the deeds are in there, and there are like 4 to 5 property owners in that. So
Oh,
every
wow,
document is there in that bundle.
that's amazing.
Yeah.
I know Ken usually like they're like super by the paper. You know what I mean? Like everything you read in the book, they're gonna do it.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Usually like companies like Salem Oak, for example,
Mm-hmm.
they're just super unprofessional. They just like do it to just get it done. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I mean, like, is there anything like you can still go with if you like someone like investor friendly or something? The title insurance, you can use them same in the Salem also, right? They are nationwide, I think.
Yeah,
No.
you can. You
Oh,
can.
okay.
Only reason I choose somebody that's county specific is
Mm-hmm.
so they can get things done quicker. Because
Uh,
let's say if I'm local to Salem, for example, and if
mm-hmm.
I'm doing so many deals in Salem,
Mm-hmm.
I know the tax assessor personally. I know his personal phone number, right? I know
Gotcha.
whoever is in the desk or even the city clerk. I know everybody in the area because I'm doing
Mm.
so much business there,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So if they need anything, they're just a phone call away. Compared to this title company, they're gonna call like they don't know anybody in town, you know. So it matters when it comes to speed.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
So that's why I like to choose people that are local, you
Yeah.
know. But let's
Makes
say if
make.
it's like some deal, like it is what it is, like something just tricky, then I'll just go with somebody that's reputable, like them, like you know, investors first.
Yeah, makes.
Yeah, but Ken is really good. If you go to CNJ RIA, you can meet him in person. He's solid. He does the sponsor over there.
Oh, CNJ. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I hope that one turns out really well for you. Just keep me posted. I'd love to take a look at it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'll keep you posted. Yes.
Yeah. Do you have anything else in the pipeline right now?
In the pipeline.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was looking at that Novation deal. Like I spoke to you in the beginning, right? Yeah, the seller is at 500K. The property value is as is value is not even 420. So is looking something ridiculous. And he listed last year a couple of times, and he removed it. He had a plans to move out of state, but he didn't find the job, so he didn't move, and he's not ready to sell for discount. And if he lists it also, he won't get he won't get 500 for sure if he list it also. The as is
Yeah.
value is like 480s, 480s, 490s.
Wow.
So I gave him an innovation pitch. I told him like we can buy it for 440 or 450. So the as is value is like 480, maybe it might go 490. So I had a couple of agents who can, or I can go with a brokerless. Uh,
Right.
and it is in his lane, right? So it is kind of little fast moving market.
Yeah.
So I thought like, okay, if I listed Novation for $150, and the buyer agent commission is you can decide, right, based on the how much engagement you get with that listing, then you
Hmm.
can. So, but to make numbers more realistic, this guy is at 480.
Wow.
So I offered him 460. That is the max. He was in touch with me, like, but he is not dropping the price. And I'm sure
Hmm.
like there is no other better offer for him to more than 460. But he is motivated. He wants to sell now in other 1.5 month. But he also talks about like I asked him like, hey, if you're not selling for me 460, what is your next plan? Like, what are you planning to do? Then he's like, I have a family of agent. He can list for me. Then I said like, then that would be a very better bet for you. Let's go list it and try to see. But still, you have to bear the closing cost, realtor cost, and there will be like appraisal. So if you're ready to go with all that for 2 3 months, if you have time, it's up to you. Yeah, it's like
Yeah, that would be the best offer.
resistant. Like I want to like uh, take off. Like so, I gave him 460, and today also he pinged me. He called me and said like, "Hey, can you increase or not?" So I said, "No, no, we are not going to make any money. We are going to lose money on this deal. Like if you are anything above 460." So he was
Yeah,
at 475, 480s. So that's his value is 480.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's super tight. It's super tight
And
numbers. So
it
what were you
has
gonna sell
a
it for?
tank. It has an oil tank.
Yeah.
It doesn't have it has an oil tank, and roof is old, windows are old. There are the other properties which sold for 500K. Roof is new, central AC, and all the floors are new, and two bath. Those are sold for 500.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you're thinking that you're gonna get 500 for yours if you
May,
list it?
maybe 490, not more than that. For 485, 490, 490 maybe. I asked him for 460. 460,
It's too
490 is like
tight.
that, 30K, but yeah, it's still too tight.
If I were to offer him for innovation, I would come in at like 430, 440.
Yeah, 430, 440, but yeah, he is not so. He was in communication with last 6 months. If
Mm.
he maybe he might get like 480, 485. So similar 480, 485 than that. Why?
Because
Because
look, if it sold for 490 and let's say closing cost, everything, realtor fees, everything is like, it comes out to 93% at let's say 7%. You're still looking at like 455 to walk away with, right? And then you need your
but
fee as well.
but I was looking like I was I was calculating like 3%. Like let's say if I let's go with a brokerless, it is just 150 $200. Go with a
But
brokerless.
even if
Uh,
you're gonna go brokerless, you're not gonna get the best service, Like you don't want to cheap out on all that stuff. You want to hire the best realtor you can. I never ever do that.
but there
I
is no
if I'm
room.
gonna
Like we can hire better realtor, but I agree. So there is no room at all to
Yes,
make that.
this is not a deal. I don't
Yeah,
don't I don't
yeah,
think you should waste your time on on trying to get him at 460. If he won't take
yeah.
440,
Hmm.
430, I would start with. And if he won't go to maximum 440, then I would let it go. You might be wasting too much time here instead of looking at other deals and trade chasing somebody that actually has motivation.
Yeah. So I thought like, okay, let's if he agrees for 460, I thought like, okay, getting under contract and throw it in the market and see uh if I find a buyer agent, they are
Hmm.
going towings and stuff. If we get it, if I make 10K or 15K, that's okay. Maybe I can
Hmm.
do 5K, that's fine. But as uh yeah, there is not much room to make as a
Let me
seller
ask
is
you also.
already. Mhm.
Sorry to cut you off. It's I know you're targeting a really great area. Like Island, it will move. You know what I mean? It's people are looking for inventory over there. There's a lot of demand. What are you doing to to find more of these guys? Are you still doing the text that you were doing before?
Yeah, I did last year. This guy was in uh, contact since June last year.
Okay.
Yeah, so June last year.
I
So
know. I
I
know.
put it on
Talia
my
is
drip.
actually. Yeah, I gotcha. So Talia is actually looking to do text blast right now. I never ever made my own text blast campaign. I use somebody else to do it for me. And so I don't have knowledge on like basically running the text campaign. Can you
Mhm.
share some insight for maybe Talia that might help out? Um, as Talia is looking, I told Talia to possibly try out launch control because the guy that I was basically doing it with, I believe he was using launch control.
Mhm, mhm. So lot has lot of negative keywords constraints. So
Mm-hmm.
I started with the launch control. I was part of one mentorship program in Colombia. So they are from I mean like everybody are using launch control over there. Since I started, there was a lot of negative keywords constraint. You cannot use certain keywords to do text blast. Sometimes the sentence doesn't even make any sense. Like uh, It's very every seller is they reply, you get the response rate,
Mhm.
but they don't even understand what you're talking about. Then again, then they opt in the what do you call it?
They opt in for the text.
Compliance. Yeah, the how the compliance is like once they opt in, then you can
Uh,
ask whatever you want.
I see what you're
So
saying.
the first text what you are sending is totally irrelevant to what you are looking for. So
Right.
that's how the launch control was. Then after 5 6 months of marketing in that, I wasted a lot of money. Then
Hmm.
uh, the guy in that group, one guy referred for smarter contact. So they don't have
Smart
not
content.
much
Okay.
yeah, smarter contact. They are little liberal compared to the launch control. So I was able to sense far better than launch control. Uh, yeah, but the thing is like yeah, the delivery rate is 80%, sometimes 90%.
Yeah.
You cannot text landlines. Of course, you have to do cold calling again if they don't
Yeah.
respond. Yeah. So once they raise their hand, like with the $800 you spend, you can reach 20,000 prospects.
Hmm.
If you want to just kickstart in a new market, I would just throw $1,500 and blast 100K texts in a month, and just
Okay.
with how much I think, yeah, it is 1,600 or $1,700. You can text blast 100K people. Then I
Hundred
text black,
thousand.
yeah, 100,000, hundred
Okay.
thousand prospects. So I did that 100,000 for 1 month, and then I downgraded to 10,000. 20,000. 20,000 is like 800 every month. So I
Hmm.
downgraded, then started working on the leads, people who raised their hands. Some are like maybe next month, maybe spring, maybe summer. A lot of FUs.
So
Yeah.
800 got you 10,000 text messages to send.
What do you say?
You said
10,000?
you said you spent 800 and was able to push 10,000.
20,000. You can push 20,000.
20,000.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
20,000 messages. You can push 20,000 messages with $800. But when you are selecting a new market, you are just starting the new market, you can go for the top. That's what I did. Uh, you get more cheap. Like you can text 100,000 with $1,800. 18 or
Yeah.
17, I don't remember exactly. Let me check. Yeah, 18 or
It's
17.
more of like a bulk package.
Yeah,
Nice.
it's yeah, but you have an option next month you can downgrade once you do
Right.
this.
And you could just look at all the people that responded to you and put them in a drip.
Yeah, all people who responded, put them in that drip. Yeah. Yeah, I have to set it up. I'm planning to look at REI reply, REI simply.
Yeah.
Yeah, before I
REI
was,
simply is not the best. I tried it.
oh, you tried it? Okay, okay,
Yeah. I didn't like it too much.
okay.
And then we had REI reply for quite some time too. Right now I'm
Mhm.
using Go High Level, but I don't have a text message campaign. It has text messages in there, but we're just running ads and PPL, PPC in there.
Oh, okay. Go high level. Okay.
Yeah.
How much is
And
it?
right now,
The basic plan for go high level?
$100.
$100?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm setting one up for Malachi and Talia right now for ads.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So, yeah, I mean, honestly, it's good. Since we're doing ads right now, we have to go super broad. For New Jersey, it's not really great unless you're going like, 10,000 a month. Then you can really like, push out a lot in volume and then you'll
Mm-hmm.
get a lot of leads, like a ton of them to sift through. You know what I mean? Because all
Mm-hmm.
the people that are saying, oh, they closed one deal and every 10 leads or every 15 leads, it's BS. That's bullshit. They're just trying to sell you on their agency and stuff.
Yeah.
I know you said it took 24 to like 48 hours for it to like go through. Do you know if it did or
Yeah.
not, or is it still going, working its way
No,
through?
we haven't started it. It was having an
Oh,
issue connecting between the two platforms. So, but
oh,
um, get back to what I was saying earlier, it's if you're gonna do broad marketing, let's say you're gonna go like different counties and different states, um, then it's the lead flow is going to have to be anywhere between like 20 to 35 leads per deal. And those deals are going to be super small. So I'm really like thinking to just niche down to just Jersey. You know, I already have my buyers ready. I already know my prices. I know exactly where I need to be. Like this, even if I have to spend a lot more, um, if I'm gonna even spend like $6,000-7,000 a deal, and the average deal is 25 grand, 30 grand, then it pans out really well. You know,
Hmm.
so like a buddy of mine, he like Nick, that Leah you were mentioning earlier. He
Yep.
basically just running everything solo. He has his cold calling going, has his tech and PPC and PPL. And out of them, his goal is just to do 3 to 4 deals a month.
Yeah.
And if all 3 or 4 of those deals are big, you're easily doing 6 figures, you know? And you don't
Yeah,
have to manage a big team. You don't need to have like 15 people. No, it could be you and just one other person managing the whole operation and doing 6 figures.
yeah.
Are you going to be spending a lot of money? Yes, 100%. Yeah. If he's gonna make 6 figures, he's gonna easily be spending 20,000. You know, so 10 to 20,000.
Yeah, I seen that he sends out about 50,000 a text. Like I think it was like a week or a month. I'm not for sure. I was like, damn, that's a lot.
Yeah. See, like that's the thing. The guys that are actually performing, they're just doing 10 times more work than everyone.
Yeah.
That's the only way to beat this. You're just gonna either work harder, you're gonna spend more money than everyone else can, and you'll win, or you're gonna think differently and do something new that no one else is doing.
I know the guy who lives in New York. He markets in Columbus and in Ohio, North Carolina. So they do a lot of text blasts. They have a lot of colors that they're doing. Yeah, it's all.
See, another strategy that I've been recently thinking about a lot, and I've been talking to a few guys, because every week I get at least 3 4 guys DMing me on Instagram trying to pitch me their cold calling services. So I've been each and every time they pitch me this, I always think like, what can I pitch them back? So now I've been thinking every time someone pitches me that, I pitch them, hey, I got out of cold call, but if you're in it, great, it works. If you can go ahead and do your own stuff, and since you're saying that you're so successful at it, how about we do this? You just take on the risk since you're already doing it of cold calling and just close them out. If you need me to, I'll close them out on my contract and I'll pay you out 50%. And I've been just doing that. I have one guy in Egypt and, uh, sorry, he's out of Dubai, out of the Emirates, and he hires everyone in Egypt. And he is actually working on getting some capital together to hire a cold calling team. And he's basically just going to be getting all these leads. Him and his partner are going to be nurturing all of them, closing them out, and then I'm going to pay them out the entire assignment fee, 100%. And I'll just buy it in my own market. So that's like another strategy, just to think outside of the box. And sometimes, like, let's say if they prove themselves good, then you can start investing into them. Here, I'll
Yeah.
help you make your wholesale operation bigger. Yeah, as long as all these, properties you get in this area, as long as you keep sending them to me. So that way you can just, keep wholesaling them or even just fixing and flipping them with like, light cosmetic rehab. You know what I mean? So then like you can basically put them to work, just get your crew and just keep managing them. And that way you're making a lot bigger of a spread. Yeah, it's not quick, easy money, but it's a lot easier to hit that 7 figure mark for the year doing that. Because now you have all these other people doing all that stuff for you. You're not behind the desk 24/7. You know,
Yeah.
so just have food for thought. If you guys also come up with some creative ideas like that, shoot them up, share them with the team, share them with me. I always love to brainstorm and see like what we can come up with together. You know what I mean? This market's very, very, very big. There's people doing deals like every 5 minutes, so it's not gonna hurt nobody. You know. Also, start communicating with all your local cities and towns. right? Start going to the council meetings and see what they're doing in the city. See how you can help out. See how you can make a name for yourself. Anytime these cities have, troublesome properties, they come to you if you're the end buyer, or
Yeah.
if you have a partner that's going to be the end buyer. And then, you and your partner work things out on how you're going to get paid. Like, for example, in here, even if someone got me a property from the auction, I'll buy it and I'll pay them out on the side for finding me a good deal. I don't care. If someone got me a property that's city owned, I'll do the same thing. I'll just buy it. Don't worry about any contracts or anything. I'll give you the money on the back end. You just need to do it once, and to build that trust and relationship. And you can constantly keep doing it over and over again.
Yeah.
My partner, he did literally like hundreds and hundreds of deals, portfolio owner deals, without even knowing she was wholesaling. She would give and find these investors deals, and she would charge them like, since she would do portfolio deals, it might be 15 units, 20 units, 30 units. By her making relationships with these portfolio owners, and when they need to retire and get rid of these properties, they reach out to her. She knows these other investors. She makes some phone call and she says, "Hey, you want to buy these? Yeah, but I'm going to charge you $2,000 per deal. I'm going to charge you $5,000 per deal." And to these investors, they don't care. Like, you're going to get me that many deals at one time? The best day
Yeah.
ever. Let's do it. They write her a check on the side, you know, and she builds this relationship. She did all this work throughout the past 20 years without even contracts. It's like, how much value can you provide and what kind of relationships can you build? That's like the name of the game with the same people. There's like so many different angles you can go at it. And she did that without any marketing dollars. Property management, you know? So yeah, super creative, super different, like many different ways that you can skin the cat. So yeah, I hope you guys took some insightful information out of this. And I learned a few things as well about smart contacts from you. So thank you for that. And also, I'm looking to do text message, campaigns with somebody. Like, I know I was talking to Talia about it. Maybe I could still do something with Talia and like in South Jersey. Sri, if you're doing something in Central Jersey, as I'm looking to buy more, and let's
Mhm,
say if your threshold is just one property every month or something, let me
mhm.
know. The rest I can pay out the assignment fee for you, as I'm looking to actively aggressively buy more.
Sure, sure.
So we can work together on it as well. Like, if you want me to split costs with you or whatever you need me to do, just let me know and see what your game plans are, and check in with me to see like what I'm doing at the moment as well, and see
Mhm.
what my liquidity is, and then we
Sure.
go from there. You know, like, instead of the Salem deal, and if I had other opportunities, I would gladly, pull the trigger on something else instead of this one and just wholesaler for even 5, 10,000. So just check in with me and let me know what you guys got going on.
I know he said that he does the $800 a month and pushes out 20,000. How does that work for you? How good does that work for him? If you don't mind me asking,
What is that? I missed you.
how much like do you get back out of people responding to you? Like your respond rate for you pushing out to 20,000 a month, 20,000 messages.
So every day you can push like there is a threshold, like you can send as many you want, but
Yeah.
how the network look is like they recommend to send only 2,500 per account. But if you are doing volume marketing, like, so initially I started a lot, but so you can do a sub account. They can add you one more account, like two accounts, three accounts, how many ever you want. So each account you can send 2,500 per day. So you can do like 30 days in a month. So each account gets what 7,500 messages.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, 75,000 messages. Each account gets 75,000 messages.
Okay.
So
And you're
the
pretty good with
so you
spending
can
the $800 a month.
what is it?
Your response rate on smarter contact, is it good?
10%, sometimes 5%, sometimes 10%. In that 10% also 99% will be like FU. So
Yeah,
yeah. So only like
definitely.
0.01% or someone like they might say like, hey, I'm interested. From that also 90% they will ask you over asking or market price. Yeah.
Okay.
There won't be any super deal like, hey, I'm going to give you like 40% discount, come buy my property. Like, so that is very rarest can happen. Like, so it all depends on like what kind of prospects you are marketing,
Okay.
like
So,
tax liens or what kind of list we were pulling. That also matters a lot. Yeah.
Okay.
so, but all right, guys, I'm gonna get going. Um, yeah, this was super insightful. Let's definitely stay in touch. Throughout the community, and then meet up on Thursday. And then move on forward from there. Are you guys all gonna be on there on Thursday?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Yeah, sure.
Yep.
Okay,
Yeah,
sounds
mostly
good.
I'll be.
Let's strategize. Let me know how everything goes with the text, and I'll keep you guys posted as well. We should have the ad campaigns running for Talia and Malachi. I don't know Malachi. I think he's busy right now, but we should have everything up and running um, by tonight, and it should go live probably by Thursday. It'll probably be verified. So,
Okay.
well, we're also like documenting that, so I'll keep you guys posted on how that's going for them, and they could share their live feedback with you guys too.
Yep.
Sure.
All right, so all right, guys, you guys have a great rest of your night. Kill it, and I'll see you guys on Thursday.
Thanks, Sean.
Yep.
Thanks
Thank
very
you.
All
much.
right, thanks.